Greetings, I'm Barrett, and welcome to Meet Me at the Table. We are continuing our Folklore the Affliction playthrough. What a playthrough it's been. We had a farmer help us out. He got us through the graveyard and into a mausoleum, which had a couple Night Stalkers, but we were able to take them out. And now we're standing toe-to-toe with our first affliction, a Therian. Will our brave heroes, Barnaby, Father Reynold, and Nicolette, make it out of this encounter alive, or will they end up in limbo? To find out, I'll need you to meet me at the table. Before we start the affliction encounter, I thought I'd quickly repost the reading from the actual storybook about the affliction encounter, just so we all remember exactly what's going on. Here is our first affliction encounter. Encounter Therian the Charger and 2 Moon Priests. He is a difficult foe, as are all afflictions. Foes get +1 to their first strike roll when an affliction is present. Also, it has a couple other side things here. Any character who holds the red story marker will be targeted by Therian every turn if possible. So normal targeting creature movement rules will not apply here. If the red marker is not in play, control combat is normal. If the character holding the red story marker is killed, Therian obtains the moon ring and swallows it whole. He then gains +5 might and +1 damage for the remainder of the encounter. That sounds terrible. Let's not have that happen. All right, we set up the board for this encounter. Our encounter is against 2 Moon Priests. These Moon Priests both have 18 hit points, and they attack at range. They also get +0 when they attack because we're still on dusk. They have 4 stride and have 40 defense. Their attacks are over here, and if they happen, I'll read them. Therian is represented by this token right here. Unless, of course, you back the Kickstarter. Then you get this neat miniature giant wolf guy. I'm not sure if he's in the retail copy. I don't think he is. I think he was unlocked during the Kickstarter, but I don't think that if you just bought the base game, I don't think you get him. So there he is. He's right here. He's all set to take on our guys. The first thing we need to do is see if he turns into a wolf. Let me explain how that works. Right now, he is in human form. It says right down here. Therian begins in human form at the start of every round. Until successful, he will attempt to transform into a huge wolf by rolling a d6 if he gets a 4+. Each of his attacks make the target lycanthropic 3, which means you can use your occult to try to resist this. But if you get 3, or if you don't pass this, you basically become a type of werewolf type creature, which isn't the end of the world. You do get an extra attack, which does 1d4 damage, and you also get +1 to your damage and +1 stride. The only problem is if you're on the road and you pull a card that has like a moon symbol, then you automatically have to skirmish against all your friends at a skirmish level of 1. And if you roll a 0, then you have to skirmish them to the death, and then you die. And then you have to go get raised, and it's just a pain in the butt. So let's not get that. Let's just keep being human. We're happy being human. The final thing I need to do is put a 6 up here. That is our turn that we have left before our priest is not able to be saved anymore. Now that the encounter is set up, we need to see who goes first. We're the white die. So we got a 7 and they get a 1. Afflictions do add +1 to the roll, but a 2 is still not enough to beat a 7. So we get to go first. The next thing we need to do is roll a die to see if he becomes a wolf. Come on. Yes, no wolf. Oh, if you became a wolf, that pretty much probably end the game right there. Okay, we get to go first, which is going to be great. Barnaby is going to be our first player to act. He is technically our party leader since we're on a new map now. Last time it was Nicolette. And I am going to do everything in my power to remember to say her name correctly. I don't think I said it correctly at all in the last video. So that's my plan. Nicolette was our party leader last time. So now it's Barnaby, then it's going to be our priest, and then Nicolette. So Barnaby, he has a stride of 4. He could run right up here and just start attacking this wolf. But I wonder, maybe it's better to take out one of these moon knights and then concentrate fire on these. It's kind of hard to figure out what would be the best plan. Oh, I wish I could get your advice right now. I think our best bet is if we just all gang up on this guy before he turns into a wolf. I think that's our best plan. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's going to stand toe-to-toe with that wolf, and he's going to try to take him out. Barnaby is going to attack with his hacker. He gets plus 10 to this roll, plus 5 for here, for the might for, or plus 5 might for the hacker, and plus 5 for his innate attack. And he got an 84. All right, that's enough to hit him. Now he gets to do D6 damage. There's one small problem. He is sickened, which means I have to pick the worst of 2 damage rolls. So I'm going to roll 2 dice, and whichever one's the worst I have to take. I have to take the 3. But he does get plus 2 damage for his damage bonus. So he did 5 damage to him. And the way I keep track on this, since it's over 25, this thing only spins to 25, I put the other number up over here. So he took 5. Down to 14. Barnaby is then going to use his last power point, and he is going to attack with his other cleaver. He's got that small cleaver. Let's see how that does. He only gets plus 5 to this roll. He got a 53 plus 5 is a 58. So he does hit him. All right, he gets to do D4, but I have to roll twice, and I have to take the worst one. Well, they're both 1, so I guess I'll do 3 damage to him. He goes down 3 more. Down to 36. That's the end of Barnaby, except Barnaby is actually going to be here. There's a bad plan. This is a good plan, because the next person to go is going to be our priest, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and with his steed, he's going to go here. And then he's going to attack with his aspergillum. But before he does that, oh, I can't heal him. I'm not adjacent to him. Oh, well, that's okay. We're fine. I was thinking about healing him, but I'm not close to him. My plan is to put Nicolette there, and then she can use that aura to help all of our players. But for now, we're just going to attack with this. So let's see how he does. 89. Oh, that's a hit. Awesome. And he gets to do D4 damage, and he's not sickened. So he did 4. This is where it gets good. He did 4, plus he gets to do plus 1 for his natural base damage modifier, plus he's brave, so he gets plus 1 damage too. So he did 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 more. Oh, we're not doing too bad. He's at 30 health right now. And next is going to be Nicolette. Nicolette is going to move 1, 2, 3, and 4 right in the middle there. She's going to put on her aura to give everybody plus 5 defense. And I'm going to put these little markers next to it again so I can remember. Now she's going to attack with her stiletto and hopefully do a lot of damage to this wolf. Now she gets plus 7 might to this roll. And she got a 99. 1 away from 100. That would have been so good. Okay, her stiletto does D4 damage. So we're going to roll that up. She did 4. And then she also gets plus 2 for her natural damage modifier. Plus he's flanked because he's being attacked by a friendly opponent or something of that nature. Basically, he takes 3 more. So he's going to take 7 damage. You know, I really don't think there can be a better turn than that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, we just absolutely did fantastic. Now, I can't let that go to my head. Now it's the Affliction and our 2 other enemies' turn. Let's hope they don't do very well. He has to do everything in his power to destroy this man. That is his plan. Now our ranged attackers will attack anybody that they have a line of sight to, and it's always random. It's not like a melee attack, and it's not like they're going to run up to the closest person or attack the closest. They will attack whoever they can at random. That's how the melee attack works for ranged attackers, from what I can gather in the rules. So let's attack with him first, because he still has the most health, even though I did a lot of damage to him. Otharian gets +5 to his roll because we're still in the dusk modifier, and I threw that way out of the dice bin. Wow. Let's try that dance again. He got a 78. Oh, he royally hit our exorcist. All right, Father Ronald, he's going to take 2d6 plus 1d6 plus 2. Wow, he took 8 points of damage. Oh, I guess everybody's hitting hard today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, he got hit pretty bad. He's down to 12. 12 hit points there. Now, on top of that, I do have to roll for a save against Lantkin rope. Turning into a werewolf. I totally couldn't say the word. And it's a 3 or better, and it's an occult save. He doesn't have any occult bonuses. So he got a 10. So he's good. He's saved. Now we have to go to our moon priests. Now our moon priests have line of sight to pretty much everyone. He will not block line of sight. People don't block lines of sight. So they're going to be able to target any one of us. So let's see who they attack and how much damage they do. I'm hoping none. That's my hope. All right, let's see who the first one attacks. Well, it's either going to be Nicolette or Father Reynold. All right, it's Nicolette. Let's see what they get. They get +0 to this roll, but a 42 is still enough to hit her, and it's going to be at a 4. So let's see what that does. We look at our card, and it says, Dark Moonlight. Moonbeams erupt from the priest's eyes, striking you true. Oh, it's just lose 4. It's not even a roll. All right, she loses 4. She goes from 21, 1, 2, 3, 4 to 17. Okay, our next attack is going to be against Barnaby. Barnaby needs to get shot. Why not? They got a 95. Oh, that +5 aura isn't saving anybody. Actually, it might have saved her now I think about it. Oh, well, it's too late. Oh, and it got a 5 for the attack. So let's see which one that is. Dark Moonlight again. He's going to lose 4 Vita. He's down to 11. Let's hope he doesn't get moonbeamed too much more. Okay, that brings us back to our turn, but it's the beginning of the round. So I'm going to have to turn this counter to a 5. And we have to see if he turns into a large wolf. Oh no, he's a large wolf! Okay, we're going to hopefully see that hopefully things don't go poorly. Okay, now it's our turn at least. So Barnaby is going to attack, and he's going to attack with his giant, hacker again, and hopefully take this guy out. Now Barnaby gets +10 to this roll. Except he got a 15. That isn't going to save anybody. All right. Our exorcist is next, and he's going to heal himself 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 16 health using one of his abilities. And that's his purification. He's then going to attack him. And he got a 75. That's enough to hit that wolf. He does 1d4. He got another 4. All right. And he gets to do tons of damage. All right, so you do 1, 2, 3, 4. Then he gets his +1 normal modifier and then +1 for being brave. We're doing pretty good. Last but not least, we got Nicolette. She's going to attack with her stiletto. And I'm going to guess that every person that's watching the video right now is screaming for me to use this card someday. Like maybe last turn would have been great. All right, hopefully she hits this time. She got a 69. That's enough to hit. Guess what? We're going to use this card this time. Deal an additional 2 damage on a successful melee hit. So we're going to do that. She also gets to do D4. She did 2. All right, that's not too bad. So she did 2, 1, 2, plus then she gets her +2 normal damage miter. Then I'm going to use a power point to do 2 more, bringing him to 11. Oh, we're doing so good. All right. So let me see if I can get this. All right, Nicolette. She goes down to 3 health. Okay. Or sorry, 3 power points. All right, Super Team Awesome is here. I'm going to turn this guy so he's actually looking at the person he's attacking here. It makes it look cooler. There. Roar. I do have to take off one of these because it's the next round. I forgot to do that. The Affliction is going to go next. He's going to attack him. But he's actually got less hit points. He's only got 11 left. So the Moon Knights are going... Moon Knights. I called them Moon Knights. The Blood... Or the Moon Priests. Sorry, the Moon Priests get to go first. So let's see who they attack. We're going to roll up 3 10-siders to see who they attack, and then we're going to go ahead and make their rolls. All right, let's see who the first Moon Priest attacks. Oh, no, he attacks the Priest. That's no good. All right, let's see what he does. He got a 14, so he misses. That's good. Our second Moon Knight, or Moon Knight, I called him Moon Knight again. Moon Priest is going to attack Nicolette. Nicoletta. I told you I wasn't going to go through an entire video saying her name right. Darn it! And I got a 73, so that aura's not going to save her. She is going to get hit for 1. So she's going to take, oh, and that's a 73, so she's going to take 4. And I bet you're also yelling at me that I should have been taking a lot less damage. So 1, 2, 3. I should only have been taking 3 from those zaps, from the eyeballs, because of her aura's absorption 1, and I forgot about it. Oh, there's so many things to keep track of in this game. Sometimes I lose track. All right, our Moon Priests have gone. Now it's time for Otharian to take a swing at this guy. Oh, I hope he holds up. All right, Otharian gets +5 to the roll, but we have our aura still on, so it goes to basically +0. So it's just whatever he gets, he has to get higher than a 36 to hit our priest. Oh, no, he got a 39. That's enough to hit the priest. Or sorry, the exorcist, priest, exorcist. Okay, and Otharian is going to do now... Oh, he does 2 attacks. Oh, boo. All right, his second attack then. He needs a 36. Oh, he got a 28. Oh, he only hit me once. But I do take 2d4 damage. I took 4. Now I get to absorb one of those, so I only take 3. So I go from 16 to 13, and I do have to pass a don't turn into a werewolf roll. Like how I avoided that word? He needs to get a 3 or better. And he did. So our exorcist, Ronald, is doing just fine. Except his name is Reynold. I can't get anybody's name right. All right, going into the beginning of the next round, I'm going to have to remove one of these cubes, and I have to tick this down to a 4. So we're getting close. We have to get over here and help this priest. First is going to be Barnaby, then Father Reynold, and finally we're going to end with Nicolette. Barnaby is going to attack first. He does get +10 to this roll. He got a 46, +10 is a 56, but to hit Otharian you need a 57. Oh, I missed by 1. All right, the next to get to go is our exorcist. Let's see how he does. He got a 74. All right. He gets to do D4, 2, plus he does an extra 2. So he goes from an 11 down 1, 2, 1, 2. He's at 7 hit points. He's so close. Now, the other thing I don't want to forget to do is to use my purification to heal myself 4 hit points because I'm going to need it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to go down to 2 power points. The next person to go is going to be Nicolette. And she's going to use her stiletto. She got a 70. It doesn't matter what this die is. It's a hit. 76 or 72. Both are going to hit. She gets to do D4 damage with that stiletto. She does 2. That's not bad. So she does 2. 1, 2. Plus she's going to do 2 more with her damage modifier. And then she's going to use her card, taking away one of her power points, bringing it to 2, to allow her to do 2 more damage. He's at 1 damage. Oh, we almost got him. All right, that's it for our heroes. Now it's time to go to the enemies. Our Moon Knights are going to attack first, and then the Affliction is going to try to eat Father Reynold. Let's go to the dice tray and roll up some attacks. We'll see who they attack and if they hit. Our first Moon Priest is going to attack Barnaby. Let's see if they hit. Oh no, they got 100! All right, so first we have to do the attack, which is a 10. This is just going to be a lot of bad, let me tell you. So we've got our card right here, and it says, Ritual of the Moon. You, the priest, chants in a strange voice. Lose D6 Vita and become spooked 4. All right, that's the first thing we have to do. So we have to take D6 for Barnaby. He takes 2. He goes down to 9. Now he has to make a spooked 4 check. The check for spooked is you have to roll a D10, and he does have a nerve of 1. He made it, but just barely. Now we have to deal with the 100 roll we had. So when an enemy rolls a devastating attack, is what they call it, a 100, they have to make an attack against a random adjacent or ranged character based on how they attack. So he basically gets to attack again. So here's that other Moon Priest. He got a 9. He's going after our priest. Oh no. And he rolls it up. And he got a 77. So he's going to take and look and see what he does. It says, the priest attempts to lull you into a trance by calling on the power of the moon. Lose D4 Vita and pass an occult 5. Or lose your next turn. Oh no. All right, so first I'm going to lose D4. I lose 1. It's not the end of the world. We're at 16. Now he has to pass an occult 5 check. And he got a 10, so we're good there. Whew. All right, now that's just the first Moon Priest because he got 100. Wow, lucky guy. Now the second Moon Priest, oh no, is going to attack the priest too. All right, let's see what happens. A 31, so nothing happens because I still have my aura of +5, and they don't get any additional pluses because their might is +0. It's time for Ortharion. Ortharion gets 2 attacks at the priest, and he gets, well, +0 because he gets +5, but then we still have our aura on of +5. Oh, and I forgot to do the absorptions again. Darn it. Oh, well. Our first attack's a 39. That hits. It does 2d4 damage to our priest. Oops, I'm throwing dice everywhere. He takes 3, but I'm only going to take 2 this time because I'm going to remember about my aura. The second attack is an 87. That hits as well. And he does 6 damage. Oh no. So I'm going to take 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're down to 9 hit points on our priest or exorcist or whatever he is. Father Reynold. All right. Now it's our turn. Let's go see how this will take place. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I have faith in one of these 2 characters to kill this guy. He is going to run over here and try to help this, help the priest. So he's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he's going to do the map skill check. What that means is he has to roll to see if he's able to free the priest before he dies. I need a trickery 6, and he does get +1 to the roll, so I need a 5 or better. I got it! Yes! Okay, we saved the priest. I'm going to remember that by putting this die on Barnaby's card. So we've saved the priest. Now we just got to kill everybody else. Going on to the next person, it's going to be Father Reynold, and he's going to go take a hit with, he's going to whap him right in the head with this thing. All right, Aspergillum, here we come. You got a 56. That's, I think, is going to be enough because I get plus, well, a 56, not a 16. I get +4 to my roll, so that's going to be just enough to kill him. Oh, you know what else I forgot? I think I got his damage modifiers right. So we have taken Ortharion down. He is off the board. Now, I'm also going to use my spell of purification to heal myself 4. To go back up, 1, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're at 13. There we go. And I have to use a PowerPoint to do it, so I'm down to 1 PowerPoint. All right, we've managed to take out this giant wolf of death and doom. The problem is the battle's not over. We've still got some moon priests we have to deal with. He's gone, but he's going to move up 1, 2, 3, 4 to here because they're going to try to move away from us. And this way, at least, we have some people in places that can get to him. She is next. Nicolette. She's going to go 1, 2, 3 and stand right there and attack that moon priest. Okay, she's got her stiletto. Let's see how this goes. Oh, she got 100! Woo! I gotta love it. All right. Oh, okay. One thing I've been forgetting to do, which I apologize for, is she is spooked. I forgot about that. She's supposed to get -5 might. I don't think that's affected the combat yet. If it did, I apologize. But I think I still had high enough when I hit to do enough damage to hurt these guys. So the first thing she gets to do is do her D4 from her stiletto. She got 4. That's fantastic. So she's going to do 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then she gets her damage modifier of +2. And I'm going to use her card, her Seek the Chakra card. We're using 1 PowerPoint to do another 2 damage for that melee attack. That was a really good attack. All right. Whenever a hero rolls a 100, they have 2 possible options. 1, they can take an extra attack or move, an extra action or a move. Or they can recover all their power points. We're going to get back all our power points. We're going to go back to 5. That way I can just keep stabbing with my stiletto again. It is now the moon priest's turn. So they're going to move their stride value as far away from everybody as they can, but still be able to attack people. Their stride is 4. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of as far away as I can get them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're going to move over here. And they're totally out of the camera. There. Now you can see them. They're going to attack again a random character. So we're going to go figure out who they attack and how much damage they do. That first moon priest is going to attack. Oh no, Father Reynold. All right, let's see how they do. A 57, that's enough to hit him. So the 7 is that Sandman attack, which states the priest attempts to lull you into a trance by calling on the power of the moon. Lose D4 vitamin, pass an occult 5, or lose your next turn. All right, D4. Oh, he lost 2. That's not too bad. And he's not near the aura anymore, so he's going to take the 2. He's down to 11. Now he has to pass an occult 5 or lose his next turn. He got a 9. All right, he's good. Oh, that was... All right, the next person. They're going to attack Barnaby. Now, Barnaby is in the aura, so he gets the +5 defense against this. But 78 doesn't matter how much defense aura you get. So the 8 is going to be the Ritual of the Moon. The priest chants in a strange voice, lose D6 vitamin, becomes spooked 4. So I have to lose D6. Oh, he loses 3. So he's down to 6. He then has to pass a spooked 4, but he does get +1 because he has nerve +1. So he's okay. All right, now we got to chase these priests down. He has a stride of 4, so he could get to either priest he wants. I think he's going to go for the one that's been hurt pretty bad. Or should he go after the new one? No, I should go after this one. All right, he's going to go over there and he's going to attack that priest. Also, since the beginning of our turn, I do have to remove another one of her from her aura. Come on, Barnaby. You got the best weapon. Let's go. Oh, we got a 5. He missed. All right. So now we're going to go see what we can do with Father Reynold. Father Reynold is here. He is able to get to both priests as well. He's going to go over here and attack that priest as well. Before he does that, he is going to use his last power point to use Exorcist. Or to use Exorcist. No, to use Purification. I'm sorry. To restore 4 Vita to myself. Or no, I'm going to give it to Barnaby. Barnaby's at 6. We're going to bring him back to 10. There we go. All right, hopefully he hits him. They have a 40 defense. And he got a 47. That's enough to hit him. All right, he needs to roll a d4 for his aspergillum. And he got a 2. All right, that's not too bad. So this priest takes 2 damage, and then he takes 2 more. 1 for my normal and 1 for being brave. And our last player, Nicolette, is going to move 1, 2, 3 over here with her aura, and she's going to hit that priest. And she gets +7. She got 69. That's enough. So she does d4. She got 3. Oh, this might do it. All right, she did 3. 1, 2, 3. And then she's going to do 2 more and from her normal damage. And then she is going to use her Seek the Chakra and do 2 more. And that kills our Moon Priest. With that, it managed to take this Moon Priest out. This one, though, is now going to attack us. Let's go see who he attacks. The Moon Priest decides to attack number 8. That is Nicolette. And they get +0, but she gets +5 for her aura. But they got an 80. Oh, no, he got a 0. That's no good. He's going to do that Ritual of the Moon again. So I'm going to take D6 and I'm going to get spooked 4. Oh, I also forgot to do this. I have to roll a D10 when I get the Ritual of the Moon. And if I get a 10, werewolf shows up. So first we're going to take D6. We took 2. So we're going down to 12. Except I'm only going to take 11. Or I'm going to go up 1, I mean. Because I get to absorb 1 from my aura. Next we have to roll. If I get a 0, I didn't. A werewolf shows up. It's time to take this priest down. He has a stride of 4. I'm going to lose our aura. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. And he is going to attack that Moon Priest. With his hacker, he gets +10. He got a 25. That's not enough. Father Reynold is next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's not going to be able to make it. He can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 to there. That's about the best he can do. Nicolette is our last player here. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and attack the Moon Priest from there. Come on, Nicolette. Let's take him down. A 90. Good work. That is enough to do a D4 with her stiletto. She does 3. Now he starts at 18. So he's going to go down 3. 1, 2, 3. Then she gets her damage modifier of 2. And then she's going to use that power of Seek the Chakra again. Since I forgot it the last few battles. We're not going to forget it now. Down to 11. We got that priest down to 11. All right, the priest is going to try to get as far away from us and still be able to attack. 1, 2, 3, 4 from back here. I think that's his best bet. And I'm sorry there's a glare on this board. I know it's been there the whole time. I'm trying to, if you haven't noticed, we haven't really been in the glare because I don't think it'd be neat to have our miniature standing in the glare like that. But I'm sorry for the glare on the board. He's going to go randomly attack one of these people. Let's see how it goes. Let's see who he attacks. He attacks Father Reynold. And he gets a 68. That's enough to hit Father Reynold. And the 8 is that D6. And I have to pass a spooked 4. So he takes 2. He's down to 9. Now I have to take a spooked 4 check. And I'm not spooked. Now we have to roll to see if a werewolf comes out. No werewolf. Okay, good. All right, it's time to take out a Moon Priest. We're going to go 1, 2 with our Butcher. And I'm just going to move them all up and attack. We're going to surround this guy. Just like that. So our Butcher's going to go first. Then Father Reynold. And then Colette. Nicolette. All right, Barnaby's first with his hacker. He got a 36 plus 10. That's enough to hit this Moon Priest. Now he's sickened, so I have to take the worst of these. Oh, I'd like that 6, but I have to take the 2. So he's going to do 2 damage, bring him down to 9, but then he gets his damage modifier of +2, so he's at 7. Our next attack is with Father Reynold. You got a 15, 13, you got nothing good. And last but not least is Nicolette. Oh, and she got a 6. She failed too. Oh, that's too bad. All right, now we got to go see what the Moon Priest can do. I think I put this Moon Priest in the world of hurt, because with this outcropping here, he can't walk through here. So he is going to back up to about here and try to take a shot at these people. And let's see how that goes. I don't think it's going to go very well for him. I think he's about to get surrounded and attacked. Well, he can only get attacked by 2 people, though. Wait, if I could start here, how come I can't walk around there? You know, sometimes these maps are a little confusing sometimes, like I said before. Because I know I can't go diagonal, but maybe I can move. I think I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's legal. Because I'm not going diagonal through something like that. I think that's the kind of the way they're thinking of the rule. If you can't see the diagonal, you can't go diagonal. But it doesn't mean you can't go up and down. So he's going to go up here, and he's going to fire randomly at somebody, and then our guys are going to gang up again on him. Let's see who he attacks. He's going after Barnaby. And he got a 43 against Barnaby. That's enough to hit him. So he's going to, in the 3, I keep forgetting not to take these away. The 3 is the Dark Moonlight power, where I lose 4 Vita. He's going to go from a 10 down to a 6. Wow, he can't take any more of that. We're about to swarm the Moon Priest again. 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to here, and she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, we're surrounding our Moon Priest, and we're going to try to take him out this turn. First comes Barnaby. He gets +10. You got a 64, that's a 74, that's a hit. Now I have to take the lowest because I'm still sickened. So I take the 3, so I do 5 damage with my damage modifier bonus. He's down to 2. All right, let's just hit him and he's going to be dead. Father Reynold, can he win it? He got 100. That's the way to take out a priest. Oh, that's probably one of the worst things I've ever said. All right, we killed the Moon Priest, and I get I'm going to take all my power points back, just in case. So we're back to 5 power points with our Exorcist, and that's the end of the combat. All right, we've managed to take out the Moon Priest. He's dead. We saved the priest, and we also killed our Affliction Otharion. Now, we do get to loot the bodies for possible items. And basically, the Moon Priest for one type of monster, and Otharion was another type of monster, so we get 2 rolls for each character. And I need to get a 10. Our first roll is for Barnaby. He got nothing. All right, then it's Father Reynold. Oh, 2 9s, that's so close. All right, and then the last but not least, we got Nicolette. Oh, she got a 9 too, but she didn't get anything. All right, so we got no items from that. And now that the battle is over, we need to see if Nicolette was able to remove her spooked status, which she has to use her nerve. Well, she gets -1 for being spooked, but she does have 1 nerve to begin with, so it's really just a straight up roll. So she will need a 5 or better. Oh, she got a 2. She's going to remain spooked. Wow, you think beating a giant wolf man would make you not spooked anymore, but pretty brave. Guess not. The first thing we're going to do when continuing with the story here is we're going to write down all the things we got. We didn't get any items, that's too bad, but we do get 40 lore for taking out Otharion, and we get 15 lore for each one of the Moon Priests we take out. So we're going to mark down 40 plus 30, so 70 lore. And we're also going to get 12 plus 8 coins since we defeated 2 of these Moon Priests. So I'm going to write that down. Now I'm just going to do that on one of the character sheets because they're all pretty much in the same spot. So if we need 70 more lore, that is going to put us up to 100 lore. That's fantastic. And since we get 12 16, 20. We're going to put 20 more coins. So we're at 33. 100 lore, 33 coins. Now we got 100 lore, and that may mean that we get to level ourselves up. This is for Nicolette. And her lore says she needs 100 to level up, which means I can pick one of these two, let's see if I can get focus, one of these two paths on the lore tree. I can either take +1 to any skill, or I can get +2 to max Vita. Oh, that's a hard choice. Maybe I'll have you guys make that choice for me. Go ahead and put in the comments. Should I add +1 to any skill? And if so, what skill should it be? The occult, or should I add one to a skill I don't have to get +1 value to it? Or getting +2 max Vita and hopefully surviving longer? I'll let you guys make the call. With that done, we're going to move on to our other two characters. This is Father Reynold, and he's in the same boat as Nicolette was. He's also going to get 100 lore, so he also gets to pick 1 to any skill and 1 to max Vita. So if you want to go ahead and throw that in the comments as well. And while we're at it, why not do Barnaby as well? He's got the same lore values, +1 to any skill or +2 max Vita. What do you think our group should do? That'd be great to know. Now that we finished with that, we're going to take these two enemies away. So on top of our character record sheet, there's also this session record sheet as well. This we use if we're only going to do part of the story, or we weren't exactly sure, or want to make sure we remember everything that happens. Like you can put your character names and your player names here. Also, you're going to want to put your starting location from the previous session. So for our next session, I would put Church of the Crossroads here. And you can also check what chapter you're on, and then your end location. Did you end up in Osterlink? Is that your location? Or the Garan Tombs? We'd write that there. We'd also write what page number in the book we're on. And did you do that part of it or not? You can also write the date if you really want to get really thorough here. It also talks about the triggered story moments that you may have had, the story decisions you've decided on, and any other notes you want to write down. Like, wish I wouldn't have picked up that ring, or something like that. So this I just wanted to show you as well. This is something to help you keep track of the session you're working on with your group. And that I think comes in the game. I'm not exactly sure. I know it came in my Kickstarter. So there you go. And we're going to continue reading the story. Story closing. If you won the battle, which we did, if you were able to free the priest from his restraints in time, which we were able to do, read story moment 44 on page 48. If we did not free the priest, read story moment 51 on page 49. So we will go to story moment 44. But first, I'm going to read these other two bullet points before we go on. If a character has the red story marker, which Reynold did, and has not been killed or had his finger removed, then receive the Ring of the Moonlight artifact. And that is right here. It is a ring that looks pretty awesome. It gives +1 damage, +1 stride, but you get -2 coins from each coin reward received. And this ring can never be removed. So it's like a cursed item. And that's on poor Reynold for pretty much the rest of his existence. So we're going to put that on his character sheet. After we read story moment 44, we're going to place our group marker on the Church of the Crossroads. If any character has earned an ability point by collecting lore, they may use it to learn new abilities. Well, we did not, but that's okay. So let's read story moment 44. Otharian lies motionless on the floor of the cavern, his body slowly reverting back to human form. You hear a soft moan from the other side of the chamber where the priest sits against the cavern wall. You rush over and help him to his feet. He thanks you and says, "I had just started to uncover the secret of the hollow when Otharian captured me. Within lies a strange mineral stone that shifts man into animal. It is like a drug, intoxicating to those who use it. It is what I extracted from the animal that was brought to me. Otharian traveled here from the Northlands to dig under the hollows for these stones. He raved it would make him stronger. I don't know if what he says was true, but considering how powerful he was, what a danger well worth avoiding. Now that we can put that horrible trial behind us, let us pray and obtain a blessing. All characters recover 6 Vita, or ghost points, but none of us are ghosts. So we're going to go ahead and take our 6 Vita, which brings us from a 13 to a 19. And it brings us from a 9 to a 15. We'll take it. And last but not least, we have a 6. I'll take 6 more. That brings us to 12. Vitality is already returning to the town of Ostelink. In appreciation, they hire transportation to take you and the priest back to the Church of the Crossroads. The priest warns you to be on guard, for he feels that this event was just a prelude for things to come. We have placed our marker here at the Church of the Crossroads, and that concludes the first story in Folklore the Affliction. There are different things we could do now to continue the story. One, we could jump right into story number 2. There are some other options as well. We could just travel the road up to some towns and buy some loot, or maybe help our vitality out by sleeping at an inn. There are many different things we could do at towns. Also, we could go to the Standing Stones, which, I'm going to move my magic camera here, is way up over there. That place is able to get rid of tarot cards, which you get if you go to Limbo. So that's one option you could do while waiting between scenarios, or stories, I should say. Another thing you could do is travel, well, I guess we're already at the Church of the Crossroads. You could travel to any of the towns and do any of the town events that you have money for, basically. Another option is you could also work on some of the expansion stuff. Those rumor cards I showed you, those are expansion materials and can be played between stories if you wish to. So that's just a taste of Folklore the Affliction. I hope you enjoyed it. There are a couple things that while I was playing, I really didn't do that you could possibly do. One of the things is while you're moving your characters around on the board and deciding whose turn it is to activate, a player has the choice of holding all his activations, but that will bump him to the back of the line. So for example, say Reynold here decided that he was not in a good enough position to take on a creature because, say, Nicolette was in front of him and he needed to get through her. He could hold his activation and Nicolette could move and let Nicolette go before him. And then he could move next. So that's some things I didn't do during the game that are rules that you could do. And if you are interested in picking up this game, I believe you can go onto Greenbrier Games website, and I think they have it for sale there. It is the first edition, which is what you see here on the table. I don't think it's the full Kickstarter edition, but it is the first edition of the game. With that being said, from here we could move on to Story 2, or we could even move on and go straight into our Story Journal 2 of the expansion material. They really don't have to be played back to back. You could play this one for fun if you want, but you could start the first story in this, which is Grasping for Answers, Story 1, Shadow of the Dark Spire. And if you decide to do that, you could do that as well. There are many different options with this game, and also they're creating, or have created, I believe, a player-based content maker. So you could even make content for this game and post it, I believe, on their website, or if not, you could probably find it on maybe Board Game Geek or something. So there are many different possibilities with this game. This game is immense, as you can tell by the number of items and all the different prayers, rituals that you can get. This game has immense potential. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe. Also hit that bell symbol, you know when my next video will be coming out. Please leave any comments down below. I'd love to hear from everyone. How should I level up my guys? Would you like to see more of the playthrough? Would you like me to do something from Story Journal 2? Or continue on with the story that we started? I hope that any rules errors I made didn't interfere too much with the game, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you for watching, and when I put out my next playthrough, I hope you will meet me at the table.